In this lesson, we're going to go over Section 1, which would be 1A and 1B in your 5-folder package. Section 1. In Section 1 in the project navigation, you have a project site visit summary that you could fill out, who it was conducted by, the date, the differences that you observed, all the other different things you would need, plan, specs, BOM for this page, and then other things you would need, copies, any permits, outages, any other permits, if this was a project that already started, what's in CONUS, what's local, any other special requirements that you may need. And then if you hit this little button right here, after you filled it all in, you'll get this, which automatically saves to the file that you have open, the folder. You can open it and you will see that you now have a PDF form of the project site visit summary, and all your notes would be in here. So that is the project site visit summary. Go ahead and close that. Close that. Your organization. You can sit here and fill in your organization. So this would be whoever your project manager is, your company chief, who your project supervisor may be, who your crew leader may be, do you have more than one crew leader, who's the safety supervisor for your project, do you need a haz waste representative, who's the QC manager for your battalion, who's the QC specialist, who's the safety officer, who's the safety chief. Most of the time it's the chief. And then does your battalion have a environmental program manager, which is sometimes an officer. Alright, so once you have all those filled in, again, you can click on this print icon. It will save a copy to the folder that you're working in. Hit save, and you would get your organization, your table of organization, project organization. It's already saved. You don't have to do anything. As long as you hit close, it's saved. Now, project planning milestone. We have made some changes in this. So with this, whatever date you put in here will now be locked. So if I said I needed to have this done back on September 2nd and I hit save, I now have locked that date in there. So my date require will never change once I save and lock it. Same thing with my date complete. Once I put a date in here saying I completed this on whatever day, that is now also locked. Your notes can be made at any time and changed at any time. Okay, that you'll just hit save notes, and you can always go back here and change the notes and hit save. Okay, then you can export it to PDF, hit yes, and we will know here that on the 17th of September at 11:55 you created this form. And as you see, underneath is where the remarks are for that subject. So the dates are put in here, and then whatever comments or remarks are underneath that milestone ID. As a regiment, as a group, we want you to always keep your original dates that you put as required, and the date you complete it to be actually when you completed it, and then just put a note, why did it take so long to complete. This will help us with training, manning, and equipped to see what the groups and regiments can help with as far as getting the support you needed or the resources your battalion needs to plan efficiently. All right, you close that. Project scope sheet. Project scope sheet is a major item. This will basically outline the project. You want to know who the customer is, who's the design of record. We can put in here that CNIC is the customer because it's a facilities. The DOR is NAVFAC. Okay, and then who generated the bomb, the date you guys went on site, a brief description of the project, which you can get off of your frag or tasking letter. What drawing number sets are you on? When is the planning actually completed? Specification numbers and dates. Was there permits required? Who the different points of contacts are. The management plan, organization responsibilities, and then break down your plans, because they already are broke down in the civil, site work, architectural, structural, mechanical, and electrical. Put what those scopes are in each one of these sections, so we know, or you guys know, what your description of work is for each one of these sections. Are you putting in the mechanical, or are you just putting in plumbing, and a contractor is doing AC work? How much structural and architectural work is there? You know, be a brief description, but fill in each one for each discipline. And again, you hit this little icon, it will pop up, and you can print and save it. It saves automatically, but you can also print it. So I'm going to close that. Your turnover memorandum has 5 sheets. You can fill this out, or the next battalion can fill it out if you are turning over a project, and you can go through each sheet. As you can see, it has some the numbers in here already based off of the planning. This is not actual. This is the actual that will be done when you had those cash sheets open. Your different descriptions. Did you inventory it? Do you need to inventory it? Was it NA because it wasn't there? Same thing with sheet 4. All this is in there. You can type in here the numbers that you get from your PMSR. And then the kit inventories. There's all these different kits. The whole TOA is here, but do you need the whole TOA? No. But you will just fill in what you need. Alright, and then it has a spot for the project supervisor and the project supervisor relieving. Okay, and then again you hit export to PDF. It will export to PDF and it will be in the form that you need. Yes, it lists every toolkit, but it will, once you fill it in, it will show you what toolkits you're using and which ones you're not. And then you would sign down here at the bottom. All right. Close this. Pre-construction conference. This is the best thing to do after your crew has been assigned, is have a pre-conference before your project starts with the engineers, with the group representation, your command operations and QC staff as well, just to get a feel for the project and see where everybody's at and how we're going to lead the project. So with that, you can have this done. It is recommended that you guys do a pre-construction conference for every project. For every project. It's part of the milestone sheets. It's 3 pages long. You can even print it out and fill all this information in later. Print it out, bring it to the meeting, fill it out, and come back and put it all in, so you have an electronic saved copy of the pre-construction. All right, close this. BOD, the BOD letter, you can come in here, create it. Wet enclosures, other personnel units, whoever's there, other descriptions for discrepancies. Is there any money left for that? And this will give you the total amount for contracts and the total man days that was completed. And then title location of whoever's signing the BOD letter. So go ahead and close that. And then in reports, we have the pre-final inspection request and checklist. So we'll open that. And we'll look at that real quick. Oh, that becomes an Excel sheet. So
this is a test of documentation system. This is only a test.
all right, now getting back to the pre-final inspection sheet. So this inspection sheet you can take with you to the project. As a project supervisor, you should be going through this and initialing everything if it's done and completed. You have this done. It's basically like a pre-final for the BOD to get this checklist finished, to make sure the site's clean, all the finishes are done. You can manipulate this if you need to add different finishes, different doors, windows, things of that nature. But this is all taken out of the NTRP. Your QC supervisor or manager will also sign it as well. And then that is going to conclude section 1 in CPM of what reports that you can get, what reports are generated in section 1.